Oops, my mic was mute. Hey everyone, thanks a lot for joining in for today's live stream and hope you all are doing good and having a safe atmosphere around yourself and COVID free, obviously right in this hard times. So I hope you all are doing great and safe at your end and all your loved ones are absolutely fine. And talking about tonight's live stream, it will be more on about do's and don'ts of a hackathon. There are multiple things which one can keep in mind, but many a times in a situation of being excited or being nervous or many other things, like there are hundreds of feelings which happens while you are participating in a hackathon. So there are multiple things we will talk about, that what are the things we should definitely do, what are the things we can avoid, and what are those things we should definitely not do. And there are such so many things. And I can see many people joining in the live chat. Let me know if you are able to hear me very in a very good manner. Maybe are there any noises or something else? And feel free to let me know. That would be awesome. I am hacking in HackBMU. Who else? Yes, HackBMU is a great hackathon. Recently, I gave a talk over there, and it was like an awesome hackathon. And I was pretty confused about my background tonight because there were different things. Let me just uh, make that correct right now, or just let me bring the screen. Okay, so now as you can see, it's my Chrome tab on the screen, and there were different issues with respect to background. I was very confused because for today's topic, I haven't prepared any slides. I haven't prepared any video or point wise something, some document or something like that. But I'm looking forward to discuss many more points. I can see many people joining in. Thanks a lot, everyone. I can see Khushi joining in. I can see Kartikesh, Shashank. Pulkit is joining in. Congrats, Pulkit. You just stood second in the hackathon. Congratulations to you and Shubham. You have done a great thing. And congratulations. So, everyone watching in the chat, congratulate Pulkit and Shubham in the chat. They have won second. They have stood second in Hack the Space Hackathon. And I'm super happy to know that. So, congratulate both of them right over here in the chat. And all right, so let's start with this stream without any further ado. We will talk about do's and don'ts, which you already know. But what the question over here comes is that with what should we start? Should we start with do's of a hackathon or should we start with don'ts of a hackathon? So let me know in the live chat that what is that one thing you're looking forward to begin with in this live stream. Should we start with do's of the hackathon or maybe don'ts of a hackathon? We can start with any of them. So I have prepared this few points, I would say, because I will keep this thing in front of me so that I can refer those things, and we will discuss eventually. In case I have missed anything, feel free to let me know in the live chat, and I'll be looking over in the chats as well, and that can be like super awesome. And so with what should we start? Let me know. I can see people congratulating all of the Pulkit and Shubham, so that is awesome. And oh yes, I crossed 390 subscribers on YouTube. I still remember when April started, it was around 300, and it is almost like we are on 22nd of April, and I have almost reached like more 100 subscribers in just a span of less than a month. So share my YouTube channel with your friends. Try making me reach 400 or maybe 500 by end of this month. I would it would be really appreciable. That is for sure. All right, I can see people asking for to begin with do's of the hackathon. I can see Karan Kunal asking for to begin with do's of the hackathon. All right, definitely I can go ahead with that. Do's first, so everyone will understand don'ts easily. Good point, Pulkit. That is important. When one starts understanding that what actually the thing they should do, they will realize that, oh, I was about to do this thing, now I should not do this thing, instead I would do this thing. So that is definitely a thing. So no worries, we will begin with do's of the hackathon. Now a quick thing is over here that I do not have any specific slides with me right over here. I do not have anything specific to show other than me myself speaking right in front of you. So I'll make sure that if this background of mine looks good to you, let me know that as well. If you want anything else, I can bring up that as well, maybe some image or something, anything it can be. So let me know that as well, and we'll do that. So to begin with, I'll start with very basic things while participating in a hackathon, and these are the points I've mentioned, keeping all the level of hackers in my mind, whether they are beginner level hackers or intermediate or advanced level hackers as well. So there are like multiple things which I've listed, and I'll start with very basic ones. So if you want, please note it down, note these points down, and you can refer to those points again after whenever you are attending a hackathon. So feel free to note these points down, maybe on a not on a notepad, or maybe in a book or somewhere, or you can document it on GitHub discussions, or anywhere it can be, right? So let's start. So first and foremost thing is that whenever you are participating in a hackathon, so we are beginning with do's of the hackathon. So whenever you are participating in a hackathon, have an open mindset, right? Now, why this is essential? Whenever a person is having an open mindset and not a broad, a narrow mindset, I would say, what happens is that you are open for everything which is coming your way, and that is important. Why am I saying this thing? Many people might wonder that what is this open mindset, and why should I have one, you know? But what actually the thing is that when you're participating in any such event, an event full of opportunities, full of happenings, you really need to have a proper mindset with which you can grab the things coming your way, right? It can be anything. So first thing is having an open mindset. Second is that definitely participate actively. For example, there are gonna be multiple events which are happening in a hackathon, be it starting with registrations of team members, or going, for example, let's talk about online hackathons. You are entering the Discord server, you have registered for the event, you have seen various team members, various participants, various hackers in the Discord server or maybe Slack channel, and there are various mini events happening, there are workshops happening, there are few prize giveaways, small competitions, and team formation activities, ice breaking activities, and many other things as well. So when you will be active in all of these things, you will definitely think and utilize your moment in a hackathon, because it's not just that hackathon is going to be stretched like for almost 1 month. You might have enough time to do all of these things. No, it would be 24 hours, 36, 48 hours, or maybe maximum 1 week or 1 month in very rare cases, right? So participate actively, that is important. The other thing which I would like to say over here is that not participate for winning a hackathon, but this is a don't, I would say, but the do is that participate for experiencing the hackathon. That is important. Now recently I gave a talk in one of the hackathon, and the title was how to win a hackathon. So this was the title, and let me before that, let me check the chat. We have Praveen joining us. Hey Praveen, thanks a lot for joining in. Huge shout out to Praveen. He's doing like awesome content creation work on his YouTube channel. So feel free to go head over to his YouTube channel and subscribe his channel, because he's the guy you would not like to miss. So go and attend his live sessions as well. He's like coming up with super awesome content regarding JavaScript and many other such frameworks. So definitely go ahead and subscribe to his channel. All right, thanks a lot for everyone joining in new. I'm like super happy to have you here with me. All right, so let's talk about the third point, which was participate in a hackathon to gain the experience. Now, when I talk about experience, what do I mean by that? In a recent hackathon, I gave a talk on a topic, how to win a hackathon. Now, when I say winning a hackathon, what do I mean by that? Personally, for me, winning a hackathon is not winning any of those prizes, or those prize money, cash, or any of those credits which a team may get as a winning team. But for me, what more important is that winning a hackathon means I have checklisted each and everything I went for attending a hackathon. It includes collaborating in a team, learning new things, attending workshops, connecting with new people, building my networking skills, building my communication skills, and many others like that. It may be with respect to winning small prizes, like participating in the mini events, connecting with few folks, and there are like many other things in the same way. So for me, winning a hackathon is like checklisting each and everything I talked about over here, and all those, and grabbing all those small to big opportunities I could have been grabbed. So these are the few things which I would definitely consider for me while winning a hackathon. So that can be few. What else? And other than that, these were like few things you can keep in mind while just thinking of participating in a hackathon. Now, what would have happened when you have registered for your hackathon? What after that? What are the do's you can do after registering for a hackathon? So it's like, first and foremost thing is, we would start thinking on various problem statements or idea or anything like that, right? So what you can do is, you should definitely brainstorm on various ideas. Do not stick on a particular idea. I know I'm coming up with some don'ts, but this is essential. Do not stick with a particular idea. If you are going in a hackathon, you need to have various ideas among your team members with up in your mind. So what you can do is, for example, there's a team of 4, like you all are sitting at a place, maybe you have joined a Google Meet or something, and you are just thinking on what to work on at this particular moment of time. You should start thinking or start brainstorming on various ideas. That now, how will you brainstorm? This is important. First of all, list down whatever ideas are coming up in your mind. You can start with that. That is very basic. Then you can come up with, what if I would solve this idea? What are the consequences of solving this idea? Is this idea, whenever I solve this problem statement, will this impact some group of people or society in any way, right? So you can think in that way. You can brainstorm around what would be the impact which would come after you solve a problem, or what are your target audience, is your idea feasible or not, is the idea which you are thinking of can be solved in particular duration of hours or not, or it can be like, whatever problem you're solving, what are the things which are required to solve this particular problem, what are the tech stacks which are required, what are the skills which are required, do you have that many skills? If not, if you not have, do you think that you would be able to gain those skills during the hackathon duration? So these are like few things which you can consider while brainstorming on different ideas, and there are many such. So definitely keep those things in mind, and not to just straight away do, okay, this is the idea, we have thought about it, we will definitely try solving it. No, this is not the way. If you are getting any idea, start brainstorming on it, maybe for half an hour, 1 hour. That is totally up to you, because now this is important. This is a very good tip, I would say, and this is a tip which has been very helpful for me as well in the past, while I was attending hackathons. So what I and my team used to do was, for any hackathon, a project needs to be started during the hackathon hours. When the hackathon starts, only then you can start working on your project. But there are no such restrictions on idea, right? If your hackathon is on particular date, you can start thinking and brainstorming on your ideas before the hackathon, 1 week before, 2 weeks before, or 1 month before, right? So this is a very good time for you. If you're planning to attend a hackathon, start brainstorming on your ideas, right? Even if you haven't formed your team yet, at least you can start brainstorming from your end. And just in case you form a team during the hackathon, you can discuss those ideas with your teammates, and this is definitely a right way to do, because it saves a lot of time, and in any hackathon, time is very crucial. So you can do this thing. And let me check the chat meanwhile. I can see a lot of happenings over here. Nightbot is troubling people, but that's fine. Maybe you can put down the chats after some break, so that can be helpful. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. This will help the channel to grow as well at the same time. So yes, I was talking about brainstorming on ideas. So these are the few points which you can keep in mind definitely, and try to brainstorm on your ideas before the hackathon starts. That will be like really helpful for you to save much of your time. Then I would say you can start. Let's talk about ideas more. how would you come up with those ideas? What are the things you can consider while thinking of any idea in particular? There might be cases that people, people find it difficult to think of any ideas or problem statements, but what you can do is just observe your surroundings. I always say this thing that problems are many. Whenever you see your surrounding, there are many problems which are there around us, in our surroundings, in our society, in our family. Many times we are facing many problems, so try to observe your surroundings. That is what I would say, and you will definitely find many problems. As soon as you start finding those problems, note these problems down somewhere, so that you do not forget these things while brainstorming on ideas. And these are things you can do. And thanks a lot, Prathamesh, for joining in. Thanks Kushal for the shout out. Really appreciate that. I can see 16 people watching right now. That's awesome. Thanks a lot for being there and interacting with everyone in the chat. That is like great. Oh, 395 subscribers. Thanks a lot, everyone. All right. So I was talking about problems. So these are the ways you can find your problem. Just observe your surroundings, and best problems you can find out from there, because these are the problems which are actually existing in the world. You do not need to create a new problem out of nowhere, right? There are already many problems out there. Just observe it. That is really very important. Keen observation is needed. You need to have that open mindset. You need to observe small happenings around you, and you'll definitely come up with some or the other idea, whether small or big. So this can be done. And when you think around these things, keep few things in your mind, that you know work on real world problems rather than solving any small problems which are not impacting any of the people out there. Try to solve real world problems, try to solve the shared struggles of our society, and that will really help you out in many other ways as well. I can see Praveen asking, how should I hack into your FM? Unfortunately, Praveen, I'm so sorry. I was, busy with some festival at my home, and I wasn't able to set that up. But I'll definitely come up with my own FM, maybe in the next live stream, and you all would be having an opportunity to join that and speak in the live stream as well. That can be like super awesome. And Eddie is obviously our inspiration for the same. Radio Eddie, as you all know. So we will definitely come up with that sooner or later, but that's the plan. Yes, all right. So what we were talking on was that the idea, the type of the idea. The type of the idea should be anything related to uh, something which solves a real world problem, or which solves some shared struggles of our society. And in this way, you will help people out there by solving their problems. You will impact a group of people, and that can be like super useful. Even if you not win the hackathon, your project is a unique project, and you can continue working on that. So that is another thing. What else can we talk upon right here is that whenever you are, for example, you have thought about an idea and everything else is done, now is the time that you need to work in phases. Now this is another do. You need to work in phases, and you need to have a proper structure while you are participating or working on your project. What do I mean by phases? Now it's like, whatever idea you have thought about, whatever things you have brainstormed on, try to divide your work into different time zones, into different periods and time durations. And for example, the hackathon is for 24 hours. You can consider trying to solve maximum amount of your idea in less than 12 hours or maybe 18 hours, so that what happens is you have the extra time with you left, and you do not worry about you not able to solve any particular problem. So that can be done. Yes, Pulkit, what you can do is share the project link straight away. If not, what you can do is maybe share somewhere else. You can tweet it maybe, and I can reshare that thing. So definitely share your project link. That can be done. And okay, I can see Praveen giving me some tips for my background. Why don't you put a nice hackathon movie in the back on Google Chrome? Let me try that as well. I haven't thought in that way, but I'm not sure. Let me check. I'm so bad at this because I was wondering what should I do, but later I realized that this can be done. Okay, I can. I'm not sure, but maybe this. Open image in new tab. Oops, this is terrible. So sorry. I hope this is visible. And I'm wondering what am I doing on this live stream, but that's fine. Okay, I guess this is good. If not, I'm not sure what else I should do right over here, but I guess that's fine. So what we were talking was that solving working in phases. So what I mean is that have the note on the time duration you are working with, like have the note on the duration of the hackathon. Try to divide those duration into multiple phases. For example, you can divide 24 hours in maybe 6 phases. For me, like 4 hours, 4 hours 6 phases, that can be done. So what happens is that you can set your target accordingly, that in first 4 hours we will work on this thing. In next 4 hours, for example, if I'm building a website, in first 4 hours I'll create the front end. In next 4 hours I'll create the back end. Then I'll integrate database, and so we can think of many ways according to the project we are making or according to the idea we have come up with. So the next point was to work in phases. What else? Distribute the work according to experience of your team. This is essential. Now, for example, I have a team members with few coders, one front end, one back end with database knowledge, another one with idea thinking skills and business mindset and startup enthusiast, something like that, and another one maybe with respect to some level of pitching and soft skills, and something like that. So what I would do is I would personally divide the work accordingly. For example, the front end person will start working on the front end, the back end person will start working on the back end. We would integrate it mutually, and the other person can start thinking on various additional functionalities or maybe strategy on which we can impact other audience with our hackathon project. And what were the things we can market this project in the right way. And maybe the fourth person can work on coming up with various good pitch ideas in which we can pitch our project, and many other ways, right? The designing section, the idea validation section, the marketing, the business perspective, the what we could say is that maybe any real world application, or how is this a user friendly device or project, or maybe how this is market fit, who are the competitors, and how is our product better than others. And there are like multiple questions which can be answered. And when we have like divided work, we can work on different things. Maybe there is a requirement of making a wonderful video for your project. You can do that as well during the duration of hours. Maybe there's a requirement of very good content in the presentation which you are going to present during your pitching. You can start working on that. There are multiple things which you can divide. So these were few. So definitely you can distribute your work according to the experience and the skill sets of your team. You definitely can keep those things in mind and distribute your work. Oh, I can see the subscribers have hit 400. Thanks a lot everyone for that. I can't thank you all people enough for this. But let's see what I can do for you all. So thanks a lot for this. Maybe we can try hitting 500 before April ends. What do you think? Is it possible? Uh, will we able to do the same? I'm not sure, but we can definitely try. I always say try, but never cry, and I'm the person who never cries. What am I saying? I was a child someday. I used to cry a lot when I was a child. All right, jokes apart. Let's talk on more do's, because we are still left with don'ts, and it's already like 30 minutes we have been talking. And thanks a lot for all of your wishes. And what else? What else do we have? Let me check my notebook now. All right, this is done. Oops, so it seems like everything is done. No, one point is missing. And yes, while making a team, you can keep in mind that make a team with new people. This is something which I have been speaking a lot in my all the previous sessions. But what happens is that when you make the team with new people, the people you do not know or are not aware about, what happens is that they have something unique to share. You have something unique to share for them, and this is where you build that connection, build that bond, create some networking skills, work. You learn how to work in teams with different people. You learn a lot of other skills while you are interacting with someone who is totally new to you, right? You will know more about what they are doing, what are the knowledge they are having. You will teach each others at the same time. For example, if I am unaware of blockchain technology, I can work in a team maybe who is already working on a blockchain project, and I can learn something out of it, right? For example, any blockchain project is requiring a front end. I am aware about front end skills. I know HTML, CSS, JavaScript. I can make a good front end part. And anyone who needs a front end section for the blockchain project, I can definitely team up with them and learn something out for blockchain technology, that how things work, what are the different things, you know, how does the setup works, and what is the flow, what is the engineering behind that, actually we can say that. So definitely working with new people is very helpful. You, and also I would say, work over in teams rather than working individually, and you'll definitely see the change, because I personally have experienced this, that when I participated individually, I wasn't having that much to explore comparatively when I participated in a team maybe, right? And the number of team members could be like around 3 to 4 or maximum 5, and not more than that. That can be the type of ratio you can consider. And also, what else? Let me check. I guess this was all about ideation and team formation. And let's talk next level, when you're building your project actually. So, as I said earlier, you need to have some project up in your mind, which is at first place, you're solving a real world problem, and you are solving some shared struggles of our society. Now, the next thing which comes over here is that your project should be very user friendly or device friendly, if it's software. What do I mean by user friendly? Now, just consider yourself as the user at this particular moment of time. For any project you're working on, think as an user, that if you are going to use this project, what are the things you would look for in this particular hack of yours, right? For example, if I am working on, maybe, so let's take an hardware project right over here. Maybe I am working, uh, what example should I take? Please help me in the chat. I'm confused, like what hardware project we should take. For example, automatic remote controller. That is a very vague, I know, but that's fine. So what are the functionalities, what are the type of buttons I would look for as a user in the particular remote control, and what would be the functionalities I would look for. For example, I am sitting over here on just press of a button, the lights could turn on. This can be a vague thing, I know, but I'm just giving an example. This already exists in the market today. I'm just giving an example. So think accordingly, think according to a user perspective, and you will start getting different answers in perspective. So that is the thing which I would like to clear over here. When you're working on a project, try to make it user friendly, so that a user do not faces any issue while using your project, and they start using it on daily basis. What could be those motivation for the particular user to use a product or project or anything else as well. Home automation system, yes, definitely I used a narrow concept of that, which was a automatic controller or maybe remote controller. And try to make it device friendly as well. If you are working on some software project, try to make it device friendly. For example, I can use it anywhere, on my laptop, on my uh, on my mobile, on my iPad, on my TV, anywhere it can be accessible. It should not be, for example, if I'm looking onto the website on my laptop, and when I'm opening the same website on my phone, I can't see anything. It's not responsive enough, right? So try to make that thing device friendly as well at the same time. Only applicable for software projects, not for hardware projects. All right. So that is the thing. Other than that, try to have good UI UX, and try to have uh, understandable level of navigation in your project. It should not be that much hard for a user to operate your project or product, right? It should be very minimalistic. It should be easier to operate, and there should not be any hard things to follow before working actually on your product. So these are like few things. A good UI UX always help, because the person is not going to see your backend. They are always going to see what is there in front of their eyes. So try to make that appealing, and so that people can use it more often. So you can do that. You can keep these things in mind as well. And what else? Try working on managing to get working prototypes. Now what do I mean by working prototypes? Understand this thing. When I say working prototypes, I do not mean finished products. There's a difference between finished product and working prototype. Prototype is something which will help other people to understand what your project actually is gonna do, right? It should be at least that much working enough. So try to manage yourself within the duration of the hackathon, and try making a working prototype of your project or your idea. So that is a very good point which you can consider whenever you are participating in the hackathon, because if you could do that, that is a bonus point, and that really helps a lot in lowering down your chances of not winning a hackathon or getting a good recognition in the hackathon, because that is essential. So having a working prototype always helps. At least whatever idea you have proposed, whatever functionalities you have up in your mind, they should be working somewhere else. I'm not talking about having not just client login and what should I say, user login. For example, you are thinking of coming up with a website where there is a client login page and a user login page. So if you have done client login page and not able to do user login page, that's absolutely fine, because even the judges know that it is just a piece of cake. You can do that anytime. But the thing which you really want to show, the thing which your idea is like really solving a problem, if those particular domains or things are working fine, that is absolutely fine for you to go ahead and pitch about it in the final judging round. So make sure you are having that particular working prototype with yourself at that particular moment. And I can see people in the chat quite active. Please let me know if you are still present over here and hearing to me, and let me know if I am wrong somewhere. Please feel free to let me know that as well, so that I can correct myself and I can learn from you as well at the same time. And feel free to let me know your do's as well. What according to you there should be, like, what are your do's of a hackathon? What personally you follow while you are participating in the hackathon? So please let me know that as well. So that can be like super awesome. And what else? This was all about considering the project, and yeah, let's move on to the another section. It was like, while you have done everything, when the judging comes into the picture, when the pitching comes into the picture, what you can keep in mind is prepare a good presentation for you. It's not at all recommended to just pitch with your presentation, but a demo video is always essential and really helpful, right? And I can see Prathamesh telling we are here. Thanks for being there for me. And yes, let's talk about the pitching thing. So the do which you can do over here is have a good PPT with you, a good presentation, not too long, maximum of 15 slides, I would say. I would not prefer more than 15 slides. Try to, even 15, that's too much, I would say. For me, it was always between 10 to 15 slides and not more than that, because it's not recommendable to go beyond 15 slides. So maximum 15, minimum 10, I would say, excluding the introduction and thank you slides. I'm not including those, so excluding those. In the slides as well, not to have too much content. Try to have bullet points. Try to focus on USP of your hack idea. Try focusing on the problem you are solving. Try explaining the impact which your hackathon idea is coming up with. And these are a few points which you can definitely include. What are the tech stacks you have used? What are the customer backgrounds? What are the customers for your product? What are the companies you are targeting, or any other thing? What is the target audience? And these are few things as well. So definitely. And demo video, essentially. For example, what happens is, the good part of demo video is that I have experienced this thing in the past. As soon as your project is completed, like it's properly working, everything is top to bottom, everything is fine. Whatever you thought about before starting the working on project, everything is working effectively, efficiently, and full-fledgedly. Make a demo video in no time. That is really important. I remember I was participating in the hackathon. I completed my project. I straight away made the demo video, and you won't believe my code got crashed. It wasn't running again and again later when the judges came, and I was finding it very difficult to run the code again, and I was very much unsure about the error it was going through at that particular moment of time. But the good part was I was having a demo video with me which explained entire working of my project. So I straight away showed that thing to my judges, and the judges considered it, and it was like super helpful. So if you are having a demo video, that is really helpful. So keep this thing in mind, right? Then what else? Okay, and after all of this thing, after you start pitching, and after you have made the demo video, after you made the presentation, while you are pitching, keep this thing in mind that whosoever the listener is, or maybe the judges, they might be having three things in your mind after listening to your pitch. The first is the idea you are solving. The second is the problem. Uh, the first is the idea and problem you are solving. The second is the solution you have come up with, and the third is the impact which your problem or your idea is coming up with, right? So these are like three basic things which a listener or a judge should know about your project, about your hack, and you can try making your pitch around these things as well. Another thing which you can keep in mind is consider looking to the judging criteria. That is important. For example, if I am going to pitch about something, I would definitely go and speak those points which would answer all of my judging criteria. For example, one of the judging criteria is innovation, right? So how innovative my project is, what are the ways my project is getting innovated outside in this world, what are those key points I would pitch. I would make my pitch in such a way that answers all of these questions, right? For example, I would tell that my project is innovative in this way. This is something which is done by my project, and this is innovative, right? So these are few points which you can do, and try to add those keywords into your pitch. Try to answer all of those judging criteria into your pitch, and this will definitely help judges to point your hack projects from a pool of many projects, and they will pick your project and put it aside for further evaluation. So keep these things in mind as well. And am I missing something? Please let me know that as well. All good and agreed with your points and examples. Thanks a lot. I can see Mayank. As I am in first year, no experience for Ideathons. So can you tell me how to present our idea in PPT? I mean, what the slide should include order-wise. See, it's like, first of all, the introduction slide, which is very important, which should have your some cool hackathon name or project name. It can be any. Try to come up with some unique name for your project that is helpful, to attract people. Oh, this idea looks cool. What is it? Let's know more about it. And people find it very curious, right? So first slide, basic things, introducing yourself, who you are, and what is your project. Second slide, you can come up with maybe a project idea. What is your problem statement? Which is the problem you're solving, or maybe the idea you have worked upon with. Then explain everything. Explain about your problem, what your problem was, what is the idea you have come up with. Then you can start with what you have done during the hackathon hours. This is essential. Like, what are the things you have come up with? This was the problem. How you have overcome those problems? How did you solve that problem? What were the tech stacks you have used, right? These are the things. Then, were there any difficulties you have faced? If yes, how did you overcome those difficulties? Then, how user friendly your project is. Try to add facts and numbers, figures, which is important. Whenever you convey real facts, real figures, real numbers in your pitch, that really helps. For example, let's take an example. I was working on a project in the past hackathon that was for on solar panels. That was basically a hackathon project of mine. So what I did was I collected the numbers from the internet. I searched on various topics regarding the solar panels, and it was like, due to dust accumulation on the solar panels, the decrease in electricity generated was around 10 to 20%, or maybe more than that. I actually didn't remember, but let's take an example. Due to the dust accumulation on the solar panels, the electricity which was generated was uh, 30% less than the actual which was used to be generated. So this was a fact, 30%, for example. Just after solving that problem with my project idea, my hack project, a hack idea, I tried to lower that number down to 10%, right? So now only 10% of the actual electricity is not generated. So the difference is 20%. So I have made it more effective. So when you will talk in numbers, you will definitely give a real proof of what you are doing. So that is essential to try to add more figures, more facts, more numbers while you are pitching or in your PPT. So that can be like really helpful as well. And apart from that, after doing all of this thing, you can what else, you can start telling that this is our target audience, these many people would use it, what are the impacts, what are the advantages of your project, how it is helping other people. And last but not the least, maybe you can talk about some market strategies of yours if required. It definitely suits to the hackathon and depends on to the hackathon you are participating in, because for every hackathon the pitching can be different. As I said, keep in mind the judging criteria and add those points accordingly, which will really help. And if required, try to add the future perspectives or future scope of your project, that what next are you thinking to do with this project of yours. You can definitely add those points, that what are the future functionalities you are going to work on, or what are other things. And lastly, that's all I would say. There are no more things which are required. Then it also depends on the type of question which judges ask. If there are multiple phases of judging rounds, for example round 1, round 2 of judging, what you can do is take the feedbacks of your judges in round 1, work on those feedbacks and try to solve those feedbacks first in priority, and add those points into your next presentation. You can do that way as well, and this really helps. So these are few things which you can do. What else? All right, let's talk about more points over here, and let me check if I have missed any of the point. And yes, in the entire hackathon, try to learn as much as you can. This is one more which you can do. Which you can do. Wow, what a statement. So learn. Do not miss any opportunity to learn in a hackathon. Also, help and encourage people at the same time. Talk to different team members, going to different team members, asking them what they are doing, interacting with them, knowing more about their ideas, telling them about your ideas. Take feedbacks, give feedbacks, interact with others, learn from them, teach them, help them, encourage them if they are feeling down or bored. If you are feeling down or bored, go to others and talk to them, ask for solutions. And there are like multiple ways you can do. So these are like many things which you can definitely do if not doing anything, right? So these are things. And I can see one more question. Do I have some resources to make a demo video? um Resources as in, like, I'm not sure about the same, but there might be. I need to check. It can be like for demo video, it's like just telling what your project does. Maybe you can screen record if it's software project. If it's a hardware project, just face the camera with your project and show the working of your prototype. So that can be done. But for a demo video, you can have a slides as well. Maybe in the beginning you have introduced everything, and then you have showed a demo of that. And mostly this is the way. It should not it's not at all necessary for you to make some hi-fi demo video with some high editing skills and something like that. Make a normal demo video. That's absolutely fine. Not at all any requirement for that. All right, so thanks a lot for, just in case my points are insightful. So really glad that you are able to connect with those things. And what else do I have? I can't find any more do's as of now. So everything which I listed over here on this page, everything is like almost covered. So I'm done with the do's. If in case I missed any of the do, please let me know in the chat so that I can note that down as well, and that can be like super helpful for me and others as well at the same time. And without wasting much of your time, we can jump on don'ts of the hackathon. There are very few don'ts which I have mentioned over here, because while I was writing do's before, so there were many things which I covered in do's, like not to do this and do this instead. So most of the don'ts I tried to cover in the do's section, but I have few don'ts listed with me as well. So let me know that in the chat if I missed any do's. Mayank is asking, can we include demo video in round one? See, Mayank, it's like almost, it depends on the type of hackathon you are participating in. If there is a requirement, and most importantly, if you have completed working on your project, you can definitely ask judges if they want to see the demo, because many times it happens that in the very first round they do not see your demo project, and I would not recommend to show the demo of your video, because you have started working on a project. Just brainstorm as much as you can. If there is such rounds of judging rounds, if there are such process of judging in the hackathon, try to take most advantage of it. Now this is a kind of a topic we can have an entire live stream, another live stream on. But I would definitely say that in the very first round, the judges would not have that mindset of directly landing onto your demo video. Judges are having the mindset of understanding what your idea is, understanding what you and your team are having up in your mind, what are the skill sets you are having, what is the type of mindset you're working with, and what is the problem you're solving, how you are approaching to the solution. They will help you in that. They will try twisting around with your idea, twisting around with the type of approach you are going with. And this is the type of mindset the judges are having if there are rounds in judging, to be in particular. So in this case, I would definitely not recommend to go away straight with demo video in the very first round. Let it be for second or maybe third round if there are such rounds, right? Patience is due, definitely. Thanks a lot, Pulkit, for bringing that up. You should have that particular patience. Nothing will happen very fast, it will take some time. There might be failures as well. You might not see your project working up to the mark while you are doing that thing, and that's absolutely fine. There might be cases that you will be able to not able to understand what you are actually doing, what you need to do. You're not able to find the the exact solution to your problem, and that is absolutely fine. This has happened with me as well many a time. This has happened with many of the people who are participating in the hackathon. So definitely have that patience. You will do best than what you could have done by not participating in the hackathon. So definitely have that patience. One thing I missed was, do interact with the mentors as well. The mentors are there for guiding you, for helping you in your ideation, in your problem solving. If you are stuck somewhere, do interact with the mentors over there in the hackathon. Seek help from them. Take the constructive feedbacks from your mentors. Get on a call with them. Ask for reviews. Ask if they have anything to share. Ask if they want to share any experience of them from the past hackathons. And this can definitely be an option for you to opt for. So yeah, that was much about it. How to deal with the overwhelming feelings when we join a hackathon for the very first time. Have an open mindset, feel relaxed about it, have this thing in your mind that this is your first hackathon, you have attended this, and you're gonna attend many more after this hackathon, right? Do not feel down in any matters, because I always say everyone have different journey. What you all know right now may other people not know the same, right? So that is the thing. And for example, you are here at right now, like right now you are here. Definitely there will be some time you will grow till here, and then higher and higher. So in whichever state of mind you are right now, just be in that. Have an open mindset. Do not feel as if you will be judged if you would do something, if you would ask people for help or something like that. No, not at all. You should never feel like that, because even if there is an expert in a room, he was also a beginner someday at some moment of time. He even started somewhere, right? And now after doing lot of struggles and hard work and with full of dedication, he's right now where he she is, or where the person is, right? So definitely there will be a situation you'll be feeling very overwhelmed about the people around you, about the happenings which are there around you. So try to have that constructive mindset, try to learn from what is happening around you, try to see those things as an opportunity for you to learn and grow at the same time. I would do the same if I would be there in your situation, and I did the same when I was a beginner. That was a kind of a mindset I was having. So yep, that is the thing. I think it depends on the hackathon. Same hackathon have strict guidelines for what to submit. Yes, definitely. As I said, it depends on the type of hackathon you are participating in. Alright, so without wasting much of your time now, let's jump to the don'ts of hackathon. Before moving to that, if you haven't yet given this video a like, don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel. Let's make it to 500. I know I've recently crossed 400 subscribers, but let's try it. At least we can try helping my channel to reach 500 subscribers by end of this month, April. So let's hope for the best. And also, if you are still watching, don't forget to take a quick screenshot so that we can save this particular moment of ours, and maybe after this live stream you can share on your social medias, you can tag me, and also add in your caption what are the most important 3 things which you have learned out of this live stream, so that people who were not able to join this live stream, they would be also able to learn few things out of many. So this can definitely be done, and this is how you add value to the community. This is one of the ways. So contribute in whichever way possible. Now let's talk about don'ts. Enough of do's and everything. The first and foremost thing which I discussed earlier as well was that not keeping a track of time. So do not do that. Definitely keep a track on time. Keep straight away set a reminder, set a clock in front of you that time is ticking, time is running away like anything. And in a hackathon you won't even realize when this 24 hours will like rush away like anything. So don't not to forget to keep track on your time. So that is one thing. Then comes, don't solve any problem which is already solved, right? Do not try to reinvent the wheel. What I mean by that is that, for example, there is a problem which is already solved and the solution is like the best solution in the world. If you are doing the same thing in a hackathon, I would say you are wasting your time and energy. Do not work on existing solutions, right? Because it's already solved. What would you do by solving the same problem with the same solution? If you want to solve a problem which is already solved, try to come up with better solution. Now this is the thing which I would say, not to come up with the same solution, but to come up with better solution. It can be better in any way. It can be better in user functionalities, it can be better in feasibility, it can be cost effective, it can be minimalistic, it can be like anything, but it is better than the existing solution. And if you can come up with that, then there is no harm in working on existing problems which are already solved. So that can be done definitely. Oh, Pulkit has been warned many a times. Pulkit, be aware of Nightbot. I'm not sure how to operate that because it's something which I've recently integrated, but let's see how it works. So this was one of the other don'ts, that not to solve a problem which already exists with a solution, right? Then comes is that, what is it? What have I written this? Yeah, neglect easy functionalities. Now, what do I mean by easy functionalities? I discussed this thing earlier in the do's as well. For example, there is a login page for client and user, right? Just a minute. There is a login page for client and user. Now, if you are not able to, do the, what should I say, the user login pages, that's absolutely fine. You just need to, duplicate the code, change some class functions, and that's fine. So these are the obvious things. Do not try to make or work on easy functionalities, or what should I say? For example, let me give you an example. For example, you're working on a sign up page and there is one of these functionalities called forget password. Now this is not that much essential, right? You can definitely ignore that thing right now. It's not, judges will not tell you that, hey, you have not implemented forget password. What if your user forgets your password? That is a type of functionalities which you can do after your hackathon as well. So you do not need to work on these type of functionalities, such easy functionalities during the hackathon hours, right? Try to invest your time in some other ways so that you can make your hackathon project or your hack idea more impactful, right? So this was my entire point. Pulkit was timed out. I'm so sorry, Pulkit. This is done by Nightbot. I'm not at all involved with this. So you can blame Nightbot. Yes, the next thing was that use do not use technical hi-fi words or terms while you are pitching your idea or anything like explaining your idea to the judges in different phases around. So try to avoid hi-fi terms, not to use those typical terms like I have done this. Try keeping it a very basic English. Try to keep it very basic, basic terms. Try to um, add such words with which people can connect with your idea, not to add such words which people can't even understand. So that is not at all recommendable. Not to use any hi-fi tech words, technical words, or terminologies which is like people haven't even heard of those terms. So just to show yourself superior that you know these many things, I would definitely go for trying to connect with people in front of me, trying to connect with the audience, try to connect with your judges. That is important. Try not to do such things, which this is not at all recommendable, I would say. Most important, do not lose your original idea. Always keep the basic idea which where you started in your mind, because not to fluctuate with your idea. Try to have all the points which surrounds your problem statement or your idea which you have started working on with. So that is important, not to lose your original idea where you started working on your project, because many times it happens that you start working on something and end up doing something else. It's not wrong, but you should have that proper structure of your hackathon project, working hours and everything else around that as well, right? So that's the case. And what else? Pitch existing solution. So as I said earlier, not to pitch existing solution. For example, I have come up with something. For example, a problem statement is already solved. I have come up with better solution. So I need to pitch my better solution and not to pitch the existing solution which is already solved by maybe someone else, right? So don't solve the existing, don't pitch the existing solution. That is the another point. Another don't is that don't seek for finished product, right? Now in the do's section I said do consider the working prototype. In the don't section I would say don't seek for finished product. Now there's a difference. In the finished product, it is market ready, it is about to go into the market, every functionalities are like working tip top fine. No, it's not at all essential. Hackathon is all about how much you can do and not how much you can complete, right? So that is the difference. So do not focus on completing your product, making it market ready and everything else. You can definitely work on your project after the hackathon ends. So that is the case. So don't have that mindset of finishing the project and making it product and making it market ready. You can, this is the type of thing which you can do after the hackathon ends. So understand that thing. Another thing is don't just sit and just work on your project. There are other things which you can do. As I said earlier, interact with people, attend workshops, learn new things, collaborate in teams, find yourself participating in different activities and many other things. So don't just sit idle doing nothing and just doing your project and something like that. Try to be as much active as possible. And another thing, don't participate to win. As I said earlier in the very beginning of this live stream, that don't participate to just win the hackathon. Instead, participate to experience the hackathon. That is the good thing. And last point which I mentioned over here is that don't burn out. In any other case, as Pulkit mentioned in the earlier live chat, that have the patience thing in your mind. So I would also say that don't burn out. There might be different challenges which you will fail. There might be different small failures which you will be going through, but that is all part of the journey. Experience that, learn from that, become better version of yourself, you know, get the things, consider those things which you should not do, have a note on that, do not repeat your mistakes, and these are things which you can keep in mind. And do not forget the motivation, do not forget the reason why you are attending this hackathon. You are here for doing something good, learning something new, interacting with awesome folks, and many more other things as well. So don't burn out at any level. So that was all about, from my end. This was all about don'ts of hackathon. If I missed anything, please let me know in the live chat. Any do's, if I have missed any don'ts, if I have missed, please let me know that as well. It's almost, more than an hour we are live, so let me know in the live chat, did I miss something? If not, do you have any questions, feel free to ask your questions as well. That can be fine. And let me drink some water till then. All right. And I can show you behind the scenes actually, which I uh, did recently. So this is the kind of behind the scenes which you can see. I have just set it up my camera over here right behind my laptop. So here is my laptop, as you can see over here, and here is my another screen, is my keyboard. Here you can see few octocats, Mona sitting over there. There's my DevConf pillow, which you recently might have watched in my another unboxing video. So this is a kind of behind the scenes. So that was it. And let me know if you have still any questions. Feel free to let me know that in the live chat, and I'll be happy to answer your queries. And let me give you a pose over here. Maybe you can share on your socials, just in case you want to. And don't forget to add the top 3 things which you have learned out of this live stream. So this will help others who might not be able to join the stream to, get some insights on what they can do while, or what they should not do while participating in any of the hackathon. I'm seeing the live stream. I'm looking very weird right now, but that's fine. Maintain quality among team members, I guess. See, it's not necessary because everyone have different skill set. You might not have wondered. So how would you scale the quality? Right? Here comes the question, that how would you scale that quality? So it depends, because, excuse me, it is always that everyone has something unique to share. Everyone comes from different journey. They have experienced different things. They have different struggles. They have different, uh, problems which they have faced and come up with. They have learned something new. They have gained some different set of knowledge and skill sets, right? So how would you judge the quality, on top of all such things? I would personally say that anyone, even if they are beginner, they can win the hackathon, right? It's not at all it does not at all depends on the quality of the team. I would say the team members makes the quality of the team, whether they are beginner. If even if the team is like complete beginner, and if they have that mindset, if they have that dedication to do it in any way possible, and if they are winning, they are the quality team, right? So, and this has been like, living example, that underdogs come up and win the hackathons, and or if not win, they prove themselves right and everyone else wrong. So never have that mindset that some team is more quality wise, efficient, or someone else is like not that much efficient because the people is like beginners and something like that. So it totally depends, and I would never, consider any team in terms of quality. So it is always up to the team members of those teams whether to make the team a good team or not. So it depends on that. What is this camera? Praveen, I'm using my mobile camera. I have used Droid Cam to connect with that, to connect with my laptop. So I'm using my mobile camera right now for the behind the scenes thing. I won that reflected Mona Octocat. You need to own that. Actually, I meant equality, like working together in a healthy environment and not fighting if this happens. Great point. This is important. I've been talking about this in my previous talks as well, that you do not need to compete among yourself. if you're working in a team, try to back each other up, try to motivate each other. If one of your team members is unaware about something, if that team member is not knowing about particular tech stack that or how things are working, let them know, because they are your team members. Let them feel involved. You should never do that. You should, for example, if a team member is not knowing something in with respect to tech, or maybe I am a non-tech person, if someone is not knowing something about pitching, I would definitely go and tell my team member that this is how thing works. I'll teach them at the same time. Backing up team members is really very essential in a hackathon, because there will be a lot of things which are going up in your mind, and when you have that piece of support with yourself, that really helps. So that is the thing for sure. All right, what else? So am I missing something? If yes, please do let me know in the live chat, and if not, then also let me know if you have any questions or anything else, or any suggestions for me to come up with something better next time, or what are the topics which you want me to come up with maybe in my next live streams, and I can plan my live streams accordingly. So definitely let me know that as well. And what else have we got? I do not have personally anything else to share. I'm still thinking if I can add few more insights to what I was about to say, but absolutely let me know. And I hope you took the screenshot and you are ready to share on socials. And yes, one more good announcement. I forgot that, and maybe I'll announce on my socials as well. The very own Discord server of my community is coming up very soon. I tweeted a while back that what could be a good name for my Discord server. So stay tuned for that. I'll be sharing the Discord server link soon on my socials. So you can definitely join our server, talk everything which you want to discuss on various hackathon projects, ideas, if you want mentors, anything, opportunities with respect to hackathon and communities, and I'll be able to help you out in many other ways as well. And we will see how else we can improve improve ourselves, and what else we can work on, what are the improvements which are required from our end to enhance the community, and what else, how you all can contribute to my community, what are the ways you can get involved, and many other things. So stay tuned for that. Alright, I can see Aditya asking, at a few hackathons a lot of people have been copying their past projects. Yes, I can understand, Aditya. That is a real pain. Even I have faced many a times while I was judging a few hackathons. Like, many of the hackers, what they do is take the projects from their past hackathons, or maybe they steal someone else's projects online. So that is the thing which you should not, definitely not do, right? If you're participating in the hackathon, you are doing that for some cause, for some reason, right? So try to make most of it. Even if you're not able to work on some hi-fi projects, it is not at all necessary. If you are coming up with some basic idea, try to work on that. You will definitely become better version of yourself with time and experience and different level of learnings. So do not think that someone else is making hi-fi projects, so I should also do the same. No, it's not at all necessary. Do whatever you can do whatever comes into your limit. That is absolutely fine. One more thing is that you can come out of your comfort zone while participating in the hackathons, right? So for example, if I took like around 1 to 2 weeks for completing a project, I can complete the same project if I participate in the hackathon. So I have given myself that push. I have extended my working possibilities, right? I have come out of my comfort zone. So these are like few things which you can definitely do. What else? Made notes really fast while you were talking. Sorry, Kunal, if I was like too fast. But what you can do is, maybe if you miss something, you can definitely watch the stream again, maybe on half x speed, 0.5x speed, 0.25x speed. I'm not sure how would I sound in such a less speed, but definitely you can do that. You can rewatch this stream. Maybe you can pause and note it down or something like that. That can be done. More recently, online hackathons are using old projects. Yes, I can, agree to this in a way, because I have personally observed this thing. But while the hackers are advancing, even the organizers are advancing. the judges are advancing, they have experience, the judges are aware about the projects already submitted in the hackathon, they are experienced person, they know that what project have already been worked on, how much efforts you have put it in for this particular project. And though these are the people, they know the reality, how much you have worked, how much you are faking, how much you are telling lie. So nothing can be hidden from these people, from the judges, from the organizers of the hackathon. They are the people experienced in that. So don't feel if you are copying some projects and doing, just submitting it, and you think you can win. Unfortunately, you won't be able to make it up. And even if in the worst case, if you are able to make it up and win the hackathon, you might not feel good. You might not feel genuinely good if you have won the hackathon by copying the project. So that is the case. And while judging also, we have good systems where we can remove the things which are already copied or plagiarized or something like that. So we can totally remove those projects beforehand. We have like different level of judgings from our end, so we do that thing. So yep, that's the case. And yes, anything else, if there are any further queries, feel free to drop those queries down. And if not, let me come up with something right over here. Just give me a minute. All right, so if you are able to see my screen, actually there were so many useful points to be noted, so I lost the track of time at one point. No worries, as I said, Kunal, you can definitely watch the stream once again and maybe pause it sometime. So yes, the thing which you can see behind me is behind me over here is my website. So it is siddharth-hacks.live. So you can definitely visit this and have a look on whatever I am doing. I have recently published this blog on cutting edge technology, which is Internet of Things, and I'll be posting a new blog every Friday, that is for sure. Like every Wednesday we are doing a live stream, every Friday I'll be posting a blog page on a blog on different topics on my profile. You can know more about me by visiting over here, and you can know more about my experience, the hackathons I've been part of, and everything else apart from that as well. If in case you want to find my previous talks and appearances, so you can definitely find it over here. These are the dates, the topic, where it was, and is the recording available or not. If yes, you can click here. If it's upcoming, you can see it directly over here, right? And these are like my volunteer experiences. This is my community, which is coming soon. So definitely keep an eye on my socials, and you can come up with various other opportunities with that. And just in case, which I would love to do, if in case you want to what should I say, connect with me, you can connect with me on all of these social media handles. I am available almost like everywhere. But if you want to work on some ideation something, or in case you seek some help from me, in case you are hosting some events, in case you have some doubts and you want to talk with me, what you can do is just type down your name, email address, and the message which you want to convey to me, and I'll read the response of yours, and accordingly I'll reach out to you, and we can have a call of around 30 minutes, and we can discuss more on what are the possibilities of solving your problem, right? So this is definitely which we can do. And I'll also share my recent blog link with you, so that you can go through that once, just in case you want to explore Internet of Things. You can definitely explore that. Just a minute. Alright, so I've just shared the blog link in the chat, so you can go ahead and just have a look onto the blog, and maybe share if you find it relatable and useful. You can share with your friends as well at the same time. And also one more thing, for anyone who is new or might not be aware, I'm also there on Instagram, and every Tuesday we are doing IG Live with Sid, which is hashtag IG Live with Sid. So we have already done like around 2 episodes for the same. So you can see the one which was yesterday was with Achal Mishra. We had a discussion about leveraging communities the right way, And before that, like on April 13, we had a discussion with Aditya Oberoi, and we talked about hidden realities and pressures of communities. So you can definitely go under my IGTV section and check out the both of them, and you can get some insights from there as well. And over here, as you can see the reel, I have recently released a reel on myths about hackathon, which has already crossed like around 14.4k, which is huge. Another reel is coming up tomorrow. I'm really excited about it and looking forward to seek for similar kind of support like I had before. So thanks a lot for that. So that was like all about me. And if in case you have any further questions, feel free to drop them down in the chat. Became an ambassador today at Hashnot. Wow, that's awesome, Pulkit. Try writing more blogs on your Hashnot profile. Try contributing more and more. That is like awesome. Add value to the community. That is essential thing. How to manage college and all these other things, really confused on that part. Yes, Kunal, I can totally relate to that. Maybe we can have another live stream around the same topic, because this is a kind of a topic I would have many things to talk about. So thanks a lot for giving me that idea. I'll definitely work around and do some research around the same, prepare the content and come up with a new live stream on the same. And I hope that works for you. You can wait for a while, because this is a kind of a topic I would not want to complete in very few words, because there are many things which we can keep in mind, because this is a question many people have asked me in the past as well. So definitely I hope that works with you. Yes, hashtag IG Live with Sid. And also, not just one hashtag, we have another hashtag Hack It with Sid, which is a series of discussion with experienced people in the community, experienced people in the industry. And this happens every Saturday. We have already done one episode with Shiva Elamba. That topic was the true essence of hacker mindset and experience. So I'm coming up with Hack It with Sid series every Saturday on my YouTube channel at 6 p.m. IST. So you can definitely tune in for that as well. Every day I have something unique to share with you all folks. So I hope that you like that, and you're having a good time getting all of this. And let me know if you have any other suggestions as well. All right, I do not have personally anything else to share right now, and let me know if you do not have anything else as well, and we can maybe end this live stream and we can come up more stronger next time with some interesting topic to discuss, and maybe with some interesting uh, title to work on. Right, sit for AutoCAD. I'm ignoring that. But let's see, we'll have some AutoCAD opportunities. If you're participating in the hackathons, you can take part in hashtag my AutoCAD challenge, and you can win some of the AutoCADs which I have right away in my behind the scenes. Giveaway, Piyush, yes, we'll do a giveaway when I'll reach 1k subscribers maybe. So when I'll hit that milestone, I'll definitely do a giveaway from my end. People already know, so there's nothing to shy and nothing to hide, that I do have many swags at my home. But those are the things which I want, and even you can earn those things by just contributing in the community, doing good for other people, adding value, and the swag will automatically come. Not keeping your focus on such materialistic things, but try to add value and contribute in any way possible, and the swags are the thing which will come automatically, right? Yes, I know, Pulkit, you are just joking. And all right, so let me know if you have anything else to discuss. If not, maybe we can end this live stream, and I know we can work on something else as well and use our time productively. Let me know if I missed anything, or if we are good to go to end this live stream. And I can still see 10 people watching now. Thanks a lot for being with me so far. Really appreciate that. I'm so happy that you are able to hear me for such a long period of time. So that's awesome. And yes, don't forget to share on socials. You can connect with me on Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram as well, as I shared earlier. So you can definitely do that. And let me just share that once again in the chat. why don't you share your new hackathon opportunity and swag opportunity on YouTube? I'll see how I can do that. I am, looking around because there are many hackathons happening. In my previous live streams, I talked about how to find a good hackathon, right? So at that particular moment of time, you might have observed that there are many hackathons happening each weekend. You just need to, go onto those platforms. So you would not require me to, tell you that, hey, participate in this hackathon. Hey, go for this hackathon. This is happening next weekend or something like that. So if you are joining me for the very first time, if you are coming to my channel for the very first time, go to my channel and check out my previous live stream on how to find a good hackathon. And you can find different websites where you can find very interesting hackathons, very awesome hackathons, and just look out for different things and watch that live stream so that you can understand that how you can begin with your hackathon journey. Okay, that pose once again, maybe I can give this. I am smiling as well this time. I hope that helps. Or maybe this one. Alright, if not, you can pause the video and take a snap. Can we make an open source as a career? Yes, Prithviraj, why not? That is definitely one of the career. On that note, what I'll do is I'll quickly share a YouTube channel with you, which you should definitely, follow so that you can learn more about open source. So I have shared the YouTube channel of Eddie Joud. He is the open source god, his GitHub star of the years. He has plenty of open source contribution and immense knowledge about open source technologies and open source world and ecosystem. So if you want to kickstart your journey with open source, straight away head over to Eddie Joud's YouTube channel, subscribe him, give him a follow on Twitter, everywhere else as well, and just follow him like anything, and you'll definitely kickstart your journey with open source. That is definitely for sure. And when you will attend his live streams and watch his videos, you will definitely understand the impact which he's trying to bring, the thing which he's trying to do, and all your open source doubts can be solved with respect to that. I'll also share one more thing with you. Just give me a minute. Meanwhile, you can come up with any of your questions, and also let me know if all your questions are done, and then maybe we can end this live stream. Alright, so I have shared another YouTube channel link, which is Code for Cause, which is run by Kunal Kushwaha. So definitely, if you want to know more about open source, GSOC, and everything else apart from that, definitely go head over to Code for Cause and Eddie Joud's YouTube channel. Subscribe to both of them, and you'll definitely learn many new things and opportunities with respect to that. Yes, Kunal, absolutely. Eddie Joud and Code for Cause as well for open source. Definitely, these are like my go-to channels for open source as well. Alright, then I do not see any further questions coming from the live chat. I hope I helped you, solving your doubts with respect to hackathon do's and don'ts. And if you want to kickstart your journey with hackathon or hacker community, feel free to watch out my other videos as well. Maybe the past videos or upcoming videos. Stay tuned for more such content. Give this video a like if you haven't yet. Subscribe to my channel. Share my channel with your friends and community, and help the channel to grow in any way possible. And let me know your reviews and feedbacks with respect to the content which I am coming up with. In case you are looking for any particular topic, as Kunal said, how to manage time, college, everything personal, and everything else with respect to scheduling and all. I'll definitely try coming up with the same. So till that time, I think let's end this live stream, and straight away I would go and do something else productive, for you all people. So I hope that answers, and bye bye everyone. Take care. This is tough time for everyone. COVID is there. Stay inside your home. Follow social distancing. Wear mask. Try not to go in very public areas, and try spreading awareness. Help others at the same time, because this is tough time. Mental stability is really essential, and try to feel happy. Try to make others feel happy if they are feeling depressed or something like that. wearing mask is essential and following all the COVID guidelines is very essential because it is getting worse, right? So yeah, that was all from my end. Thank you, Siddharth, and eagerly waiting for Dev Connect. Definitely tomorrow we have Hack on Dev Connect, so join us in the Discord. I'll definitely join you over there as well. Alright, so on that note, I am ending this live stream. It was a lot of fun with you all people. And alright then, bye bye. You can see the behind the scenes now because I have shifted now, and after this behind the scenes, you will see another thing, which is thanks for watching slide. You can find my Twitter and Instagram ID from there, and a good picture of mine with memories of in-person event where I used to give talk in front of a large group of audience, which I'm missing a lot, facing people and interacting with them in person. So you will definitely see those all things in the last slide. But without wasting much of your time, let me just quickly bring that. And take care everyone, stay safe. I'll say that again, and thanks for joining me tonight, and bye bye.